Yeah, up to about 6 years ago, I looked at the past as being solid, but I now see it as not solid. The past can be anything. So it's kind of a difficult topic.
I think that's where Mandela comes in because everybody remembers things differently.
So you're saying that the past is not solid. You could change the past somehow in the current moment.
No, you can't change the past. You
No,
can't change your past.
in my past, Rodney King said, "Can't we all just get along? Can we get along?" And now he says, "Can we get along? Can we get along?" So what happened? Where'd my past go? See, it could be almost anything, it seems.
Oh, I agree with him
Yeah.
because I agree with that particular one as well. So what about me? I was there too.
Wherever you were.
You know, when
So
when
we're
talking when talking about Mandela effect and the past and causation stuff like that, I can't get away from the feeling that the Bible is being manipulated. Like it's almost like a malicious adolescent is going in there and like, hey, let's throw this in. You know, let's hit him with this. It's just such an a aberration to like your typical Mandela effect. And it really cuts into a lot of theories. It's just a difficult one. Like, did a Bible like we have today exist on a twine and a rope at some point somewhere? It's hard to say. Maybe not. Maybe so.
Yeah, and I've been tripping the last time we came up. We were talking about Filmore, and yeah, I think it did have one L because it just doesn't. Because they had a sign up here and there, on certain blocks that said Fillmore in the Fillmore, FEEL. It doesn't make sense to me to have a play on the words if it's FILL. You know what I mean? It would make
I
more
don't know.
sense if it was
It could be.
FIL.
It could be. I used to live on Filmore Street, and we have a town here called Fellsmere. And people misspell them all the time.
Yeah, there's very little residue on Fillmore. I did find a Fillmore T-shirt, like a music T-shirt online that had one L. And when it first broke, it was actually Brian's friend Steph that brought it to everybody's attention, or as far as I know, like years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And then Brian initially jumped right on it like he did. He went to like the public records and he saw that a lot of the official documentation was 1L, but unfortunately the signage and the stuff in the actual town of Fillmore, it was, including like the city limit sign, had all shifted to 2Ls. So that's what I know on it.
I'm from South Florida. We've never had a problem with it down there. You've got such a melting pot.
Oh, I'm from southern Oklahoma, like the Bible Belt,
Okay,
and so
yeah. Now, you can't get away from it in Miami.
Hey, Pamela, I have a question for you, and this is actually why I came up here. And I plan on being up maybe another 5 minutes. I'm going to go to the gym, but I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Look at the state of Texas with, what is it, San Antonio at the bottom, right? And you're looking at the state of Texas. Describe where Dallas is located within the state. How would you describe its location?
It is about 90 miles south of the Oklahoma border in the center. I would say it's in between, well, I guess that pretty much describes it for me.
So it's kind of north center?
Yeah, because I used to drive, or I don't drive, but we used to drive down to Dallas from southern Oklahoma to go down to Six Flags all the time.
Right. Well, I stumbled upon it this week. I produced a little flick, a little video. And to my surprise, Dallas has shifted way east It's a 3.5 hour drive to Arkansas. It's just
Interesting.
way east, and also Austin has shifted east somewhat.
Yeah, I was just in Austin around the time of that big eclipse we had a while back. It was interesting times.
Exactly. I spoke to a woman in Texas and asked her, and she didn't give me a clear response, but I said the same thing. I said, could that have something to do with the path of the eclipse? It's really strange. It could be somebody's number one Mandela effect. I think it's so big.
And that's one I haven't even heard of, so now I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of the evening.